Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel, Become Better. In today's video we're all going to talk about the topic which is healing. Healing is a journey. Sorry if you hear kids in the playground, but healing is a journey, and when it comes to healing, I think you should always be patient with yourself when it comes to healing, because if you're healing from like heartbreak or a failed relationship or a friendship that ended or someone who passed away, it takes time to heal. It doesn't happen overnight, and I think you should give yourself more credit when it comes to actually taking time out of your day to heal and move forward in life in whatever shape or form that may be. I think when it comes to taking care of yourself when you heal is really, really important. Self-care is extremely important when it comes to healing and learning and growing about yourself. Also showing up as well. And I know when you're healing from something, it can be really difficult to continue to show up for work, your hobbies, classes, etc., etc. Because when you're healing, it makes you feel a bit down and sad, and it makes you feel like you don't always want to show up. But I think showing up is the most important thing when it comes to life. And like keep moving forward and keep growing as a person. I think like healing is a journey and life is a journey. You have ups and downs, and life, you never really know like how life is gonna sort of unfold. It sort of unfolds like the way it really is meant to happen, and you can't always control everything that happens in life. Some things just happen naturally, and you don't really have much control over it. And control is something that like a lot of people really try to like take control of their lives, and we always want it to go our way, but God always has a bigger plan, and if something doesn't work out, sometimes it is a blessing in disguise. So for example, if you're healing from something that doesn't work out in like a relationship or a friendship, sometimes it literally just means that there's something better around the corner, and at the time you don't see it, but then over time you will see it, and over the time it will unfold. Life always unfolds the way it's meant to, not always the way you want it to. And I think that's a big part of the healing process, is like coming to terms and accepting what is, because sometimes we have like a vision in our mind of what job we want to do, like what relationship we want to be in, etc., etc. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way that, you initially wanted it to work out. And that's always like a bummer, like in disguise and things like that, It is a bit of shame, that like, we can't always control things that sort of happen to us and things like that. But I think honestly, like when it comes to life and when it comes to like situations, it's not always, sorry for the kids in the background, they were coming towards me. I think they were playing. At this time of night, it is late. I'm filming at like almost 9 o'clock. They've just run away now. But yeah, like life isn't linear, and life has ups and downs, and when you're in a down phase, it is sad to pick yourself back up, but I think life has a way of like, everything comes back to you, and sometimes life unfolds and you get full circle moments, you really do, you get full circle moments, it definitely is like a process, and it definitely is a situation, but if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, just know that it wasn't meant to work out the way you wanted it to. And if it did work out the way you wanted it to, you might feel like sad about it. Even though sometimes like you want something and it doesn't happen, and you're grieving over that process. But in all honesty, like, if it did happen the way you wanted it to happen, you might have not been happy. You may think that it might make you happy, but in the grand scheme of things, it wouldn't. And sometimes, you know, not getting a job is like a blessing in disguise, or if something doesn't work out the way you want it to, it's just a blessing in disguise sometimes. And yeah, it is sad to grieve over it, and sad to like think, oh, I've lost something that I wanted, etc, etc. Maybe it just wasn't the right time, or maybe it just wasn't meant to happen. Like, God truly knows what's best for you, and if something's not best for you, God won't give it to you how much you want it. It's sad to grieve over if you wanted something and it didn't happen, but at the end of the day, honestly, like, it's for the best. And grieving is definitely a process, and you know, it doesn't happen. Healing from grieving or losing something, healing is a journey, and I think spending time alone really helps, and spending time with your friends and your family, people who bring you up and lift you up, definitely helps. Talking about what you're going through really helps. If you ever want to leave any comments down below of like what you're going through, because this is an open community, to share your thoughts about healing and growing as a person. Like, honestly, like, healing and growing, it takes time. Which is why it's the title of this video. It takes time to heal, and don't put yourself down, but don't beat yourself up. You know, you've got this. Give yourself time and grace, you know. Give yourself the time to heal, and if you don't want something in your life, then you've got to get rid of it. And in all honesty, like, always do what's best for you on your healing journey. Like, taking time for yourself. Meditation is really helpful. I'll leave a link down below to a meditation website which is free, and you can go on the website and you can book a free session which is all online, and all these people gather together each week and they just meditate in the morning, or there's different sessions. I will leave a link down below. So meditation is really helpful, and also spending time with yourself, doing your hobbies, the passions, the things you love, spending time with creatives and people who support you and lift you up and like value you as a person really helps. And yeah, I think, you know, spending time with people who really value you as a person, and spending time with your family, you know, opening up to your friends and family about struggles, you know, opening up to different communities, taking a new class, starting a new hobby. All these things really help when it comes to continuing on your life journey and your life path. And healing takes time, doesn't happen overnight. Just give yourself grace and credit, and give yourself the benefit of the doubt, and be kind to yourself. Maybe treat yourself to a cake or something you enjoy, or watching a new film, treating yourself to a day in bed. Don't do that every day, but every now and again, you know, treating yourself to a rest day, treating yourself to a day out with your friends, treating yourself to a McDonald's, you know, a pizza, treating yourself to a nice meal out with one of your friends or family, or your boyfriend or girlfriend, or anyone who you're close to and feel like you're close to. That really helps, and it's really special to have those special people who are your rock. And if you're struggling, you can leave a comment down below. and let me know your thoughts on this topic of healing. We're all in this together, and you will get through it. If you're feeling like low or down or sad, you will be okay, I promise you. And it just takes time to heal. Unfortunately, time heals all wounds, and that is really true. You may not heal 100%, because honestly, when it comes to healing, it is a journey and is a process, and you do get growing pains and things like that, mentally and physically, and it's not always sometimes you don't always 100% heal from everything. Sometimes you're always carrying around sort of a tiny bit of your past every now and again, but at the end of the day, as long as you heal most of it, and you will in time, eventually you will come to a point where you're able to manage everything that's happened to you, and you'll be able to manage everything that's happened, and you'll be able to be happy, and you'll be able to deal with everything that life throws at you. And yeah, life isn't easy, it's hard. I don't think anyone's life is ever easy, or there's a morph again. I don't think anyone's life is ever easy, or not everyone's life is messy. There's no one person in the world that, they have a perfect life. Even if you think, oh, I wish I had their life, or etc, etc. There's always struggles. People are always going through something and carrying burdens. We just don't talk about it all the time, because people have lives to live, and people try and be positive and happy and stuff, which is really, really good. But life isn't always about the ups, it's also about the downs. It's black and white. You get two sides of life, and yeah, it's just takes time to heal, and you will get there, and one day you will wake up and you will be fine again. And that's the beauty and joy of life, is that sometimes you get knocked down, and over time you heal. You may not ever heal fully, but you will heal enough to be okay again, and that's what really matters, and that's what's important, and you will be okay again. And I promise you, one day you will wake up and you will realise that you have everything that you have gone through has led you to this moment right now, and that is a blessing. Sometimes you go through shit because it teaches you what you need to learn to grow as a person, and to also become stronger as a human being. And in all honesty, what else could you want? Grow it, coming out of the shit that you've been through stronger than you ever will be. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise when you go through bad things in life, because you come out stronger on the other end. And that's something that I've learned recently, and I will continue to learn, because we're all in a learning. Life is all about learning and growing as a person, and I think that's a blessing in itself. Even if you go through some rough times, there's always positives in it. And I know it's hard to find the positives, but in all honesty, you will come out of it stronger. And don't give up. Don't give up if you're watching this. Do not give up. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep moving forward, because one day you will be in a better place. And like I said, one day you will wake up and you will be okay. It may take a while, it may take a week or a month or a year, but life is like this. And sometimes you're up here and you're good, sometimes you're down here and you're not good. But in all honesty, the most elderly people look back on their life, and you've got to live your life with no regrets. If you look back on your life when you're in your elderly ages, you don't want to have any regrets. And probably if you look back at your life, even if you go through all the good times and the bad times, it will all add up, and you will look back at it and be grateful that you went through the hard times as well as the good times. And yeah, life is a journey. It's not always good, but appreciate it when it's good, and when it's bad, just be grateful that it won't last forever, and you will come out on the other side stronger, a better person, and even more stronger to handle any other crap that comes your way. So yeah, words of the wise. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, it takes time to heal. Don't beat yourself up. Just know that you will be okay, and you will come out stronger, and everything will be alright, and I promise you guys. So yeah, leave a comment down below on what you think of this video. Check out the meditation links because they are incredible. I did them. They're amazing. Credits to them. And yeah, I'm excited to see you next week for a brand new video. It's getting very dark. I hope you can see me okay. And it is time to end this video. I'm very happy, and I'll see you all next week. Become better, guys. And I'll see you next week. Check out all the other vids. Subscribe over here. And I will see you next week for a brand new video. Become better. Bye.